Triphala, or Triphala as they call it here in the US. Triphala, I'm sure most of you have used it. It's an Ayurvedic herb in the past, or if you have tried it. Hi, I'm Cosmic Mike, and welcome to another episode. This herb is known and well used in India for a lot of different reasons. And I was introduced to it because of constipation, just as a purgative kind of herb to help you release. And then, of course, I studied a lot in it and getting into Ayurveda and understanding exactly what this is. So, Triphala, basically, Tri means three, and Phal is in Hindi, which means fruit. So it's a mixture of three different fruits or three different berries as such. There's Haritaki, which is like the it's an Indian hog plum. That's what it's known as. It's like, and then we have Amalaki, which is of course the Indian gooseberry, Amla, and the third one is haven't heard much of it. I'm not sure if you guys have, but it's Beda, or the Beda nut, which is called, and in Sanskrit or in Ayurveda it's called Bibitaki. So it's a combination of Bibitaki, Amalaki, and Haritaki. Because of its fruit combination. I mean, this has been mixed for ages, for thousands of years, and has been used in the Vedas and is written in the Vedas for different uses. And because of this fruit it's involved in there, it has many benefits. So it consists of all the tastes. We talk about different tastes, the 6 tastes, except salt. So sweet, sour, astringent, pungent, and bitter. So it can pacify or help with Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So we call this as Tri-dosha, meaning somebody whose Vata is too high, or somebody's Pitta is too high, or somebody's Kapha is too high. It can pacify all three. And when somebody's Vata is pacified, that means constipation, so movement which is involved in the system, or circulation in the body. So it can help with circulatory system, it helps with the respiratory system and the digestive system. So there's a lot of benefits right there. And helping in constipation is not necessary as a laxative, but as more to stimulate the intestines or stimulate the colon walls, the muscles of the colon, so they can do peristalsis. I mean, peristalsis is the word given to the motion of the colon, where it starts pushing and working like a snake and starts pushing the food one step at a time and going towards the excretion or the anus. So can be used on a daily basis. Not necessarily just, it's not a laxative. It would not cause any issues long term or be dependent. So Triphala, mostly it is used or sold as a digestive and for constipation to help relief. Especially when you're traveling, you want to have Triphala with you because it will help, loosen those muscles or cause the peristalsis. So the motion of the feces is soft and smooth. A lot of other benefits where I studied and found out where it's used in many different forms. Now, each of those 3 fruits have their properties and stuff, and that's where you could use them. Like I said, circulation, which is the Vata issues. Now, using in the Pitta pacifying, where the fire is too much, or there's too many rashes or too much blood flowing into the skin. Any kind of skin issues basically is high Pitta. So it's used a lot to pacify that Pitta. Internally and externally, you can use Triphala powder with ghee and honey to really apply on topical skin where itching or redness, psoriasis, dry skin, and also open wounds where it starts healing open wounds. I mean, these are some of the remedies I'm sure your grandmother in India was used where they use Triphala with some honey to really close those wounds. Internally, if you mix the Triphala with ghee and honey and take that internally, it will start healing some of the ulcers. So, a lot of digestive things it can take care of, and ulcers in the colon, ulcers in the stomach. So many uses, and detoxifying, cleansing, as an anti-aging. Haritaki has those properties, so that's why Triphala on a whole has the properties of anti-aging. People that are growing for hair loss, hair fall, graying of hair. The regular use of Triphala will help with a lot of these issues. And rejuvenating, we call this a rasayana in the Vedic text, where it's a rejuvenating herb, where when it cleanses the colon, or it helps the feces go through, it's not only purging or detoxifying, but also replenishing and rejuvenating those membranes and those walls. So it's doing a few different things together. So it can be used, for a lot of different places, and long-term use. You can use it every day. Anti-aging, like I mentioned. People with diabetes, insulin, it helps with the spike of the insulin, so it doesn't spike the insulin as much. So, great benefits, and not only just as a purgative substance. We use it a lot when traveling to India or anywhere else, just to have some Triphala. But I've started using this on a regular basis also, where it's toning your intestinal muscles. It's helping you with anti-aging, with skin, and of course, also with any digestive issues. Now you can take, how much do you take? Well, generally you would take 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams, depending on what the issues are. You don't have to go too high. If there is a lot of digestive issues, and if you need, you haven't been to the bathroom for a few days, then you can take up to 9 capsules or 1,000 milligrams. Just making a tea out of it, or boiling it with some water, a decoction, that's basically, or adding ghee to it. And that's the best remedy to, put it together. Also, taking it in the morning or at night. I prefer it in the night because it helps me go to the bathroom in the morning. So generally, definitely, take it at night. Really helpful with that. As an anti-aging, you can take it really in the morning, not in the midday, but mostly in the morning, as a tea, or mixing it with honey, or capsules. And I think that'll be the right phase and the time to take it. Now, a lot of questions out there with weight loss. Yes, it will help with a lot of belly fat as such. Of course, long term, because of the herbs that are involved in there, which are helping not only detoxification, purging the excess waste out of your system, but cleansing the liver, making sure the liver is really detoxified, because the liver is the detoxifying agent, or the organ in the body. So it's really helping make sure the bile juices are flowing through. There is no stagnation or gallstones build up in the liver, in the kidney. So, a whole blend of a whole slew of benefits of using Triphala on a regular and daily basis. You can find this in powder, you can find it in capsules. I would go with the organic versions, but there are a lot of organic versions available online or in our store, peachvitamins.com. I also have my own formula, which are vegetarian capsules, Triphala organic, which are about 500 milligrams per capsule. And so, just as an overall tonic, I think Triphala is the best, or I would say, I would still talk to your doctor if you're pregnant, or it can be taken with kids. Very easy, very simple. Doesn't really interact with much medications. The only thing I would worry about is when you're taking any blood thinners. You don't want to take it at the same time, or if you're having a lot of bruising, because Triphala on the long term can thin the blood also naturally. So if you are taking some blood thinners as aspirin or warfarin, you may want to consult your doctor and ask them that you're doing this instead, or doing it in a combination. But really simple and straightforward to use. It's been used as ages. A lot of studies out there, and a lot of studies that are done. The good thing about Ayurveda and the Vedic herbs are the studies that are done are not only with rats and animals, but also with humans, where some of the hospitals Ayurvedic hospitals in India, they do studies with patients which are in those hospitals. So a lot of those, and most of the Western herbs are really not studied with live human beings. So a lot of studies that are in the medicine journals and stuff, you can look up online, Ayurvedic, Triphala as such. So I hope that was helpful, and I think you should incorporate Triphala. Everybody should have Triphala at least in their cabinet for an emergency or on a daily use. Thank you so much. Oh, one thing I definitely forgot. It can be used for eye washing, where Triphala powder mixed with some ghee or just Triphala by itself with cooling water can be used to wash the eyes to get rid of bacteria, stagnation in the eyes or pink eyes. Really preventing, if you're doing this regularly, for glaucoma or helping with glaucoma or cataract. So a lot of benefits as such because it pacifies the pitta. Anything with the eyes, meaning there's a high pitta, vitiation going on there. So hope that was helpful, and we go to another topic tomorrow. This is Cosmic Mike. Have a safe and happy Wednesday. See you tomorrow. Thank you.